Today is a very, celebratory day. If you don't know, Take Care was dropped 10 years ago. This is a beautiful day, if you ask me. This is an album that marked the test of time, not only with music changing, but also it marked a very important time in my life when I was also trying to figure out, and I was trying to, I always say like it's important for me because around 2011 to like when I graduated 2013, I was trying to figure out and learn how to be a man. And I was going through the regular teenager to like early 20s like emotions of figuring out what's what. And this album is what epitomized what I was going through at that time. I really like it. You know what I mean? And even if you weren't at that stage, you know what I mean? Whether you were maybe in middle school, maybe you were in grade school, whenever the fuck like this shit dropped, I know it probably meant something to you. One of the things it also meant to me is that I remember when this first came out, I remember everybody clowning it. And it taught me one thing, like if you can never lead if you're following the crowd. I saw this shit drop and I saw everybody on my timeline clown it. I ain't even gonna lie, I clowned it a little bit because it was so different than the music that was coming out at that time. And to see where music has gone to, obviously it's not only Drake. There's a lot of people that's carried that flag. I have to give a big salute to people like Drake for having the foresight to be brave enough to drop a project like this, knowing that people were definitely telling them around that time, no, we like it when you rap like this, not when you're on the sensitive shit. And to be honest, him just buckling down and standing on his 10 toes is what really made him him. So, very iconic piece of work, but also it also told me that sometimes you got to go against the grain. You know what I mean? So very dope album. I'll talk about it a little bit real quick. What's my favorite tracks from it? And I'll pull up the track listing. Let's Google the track listing real quick. Drake Take Care track list. Okay, let's see if we can just find it on like an image or something. This works, right? Cool. I'll open the big version of this. Open a new tab. Okay, this right here, right? Over My Dead Body, Shot For Me. Headlines. Crew Love, Take Care, Marvin's Room, Underground's King. We'll Be Fine, Make Me Proud, Lord Knows. Cameras Doing It Wrong. The Real Her, Look What You've Done. Hell Yeah. Fucking Right. Practice and the Ride. If you ask me what I would select on this project to be the top 3 songs. And by the way, of course, I rate this as a 10 out of 10. I've asked that question on social media. What's your top 3 songs and what do you rate it? I rate this as a classic. I think it's appreciated as a classic because I don't think in the moment people thought it was a classic. The whole thing went on to like 2015 where people were like, yo, does Drake even have a classic? Remember when people used to say that? And now everybody, when you look back at this, is like, nigga, if you didn't call this a classic, you're an idiot, right? My top 3 songs, Look What You've Done is on it. I'm not ranking them in order, but I'm telling you what's in the top 3. Look What You've Done is on it, is in there. I just thought that song was just so personal. I kind of like doing it wrong, but I don't want to use that one. I'm gonna say Shot For Me. Look What You've Done. I didn't like Practice. Well, not that I didn't like it. I just didn't like the message he was putting out. He was on that Will Smith shit, right? Y'all remember that song Practice? That nigga Drake was on that Will Smith shit back in 2011, talking about all those other niggas is practice for me. No, no, hell no. Remember when that nigga said that? That nigga was really trying to get us to like convince us. All them other niggas are practice for me. No. No. You 20 niggas, you ain't practicing for me. Bitch, you a hoe. The you talking about? Maybe we gotta go with Crew Love. Did y'all hear it? Yo, that practice track was ridiculous. All them niggas was nah, hold on, let me pull this up on Spotify. Hold up. Take care. This is ridiculous. All them other men were practice. That's when Drake was trying to convince us that hoes were good girls. Like, what the hell? nah, nah. I think I gotta go. Maybe I go with Crew Love. Crew Love. Yeah, I gotta go. You know, Underground Kings is cool too. I might have to go with Underground King. Anyway, we're not just doing straight. You know, this is Take Care night. We're gonna get into a bunch of things in between. So I want y'all to think about what y'all top three is and what y'all rate this album, and we'll get back to it. We'll get into some other songs. I would definitely like to hear stories about how this album affected y'all, because unless you're like over 40 and you're like one of them Timberland, like, you know what I mean, like Yankee hat tilted to the side with the button up, or the like jersey, like whatever the them niggas who suck off Jay-Z be wearing. Unless you're that age, like, you probably at least have some respect for Drake. You get me? All right, cool.